Now, if the general elections were to be conducted today, William Ruto and Raila Odinga in the ballot, with the current tough situations that Kenyans are facing, it means that Raila will simply emerge as the winner. Right? Wrong. I strongly believe that Raila will still lose the elections, because there is this popular word that Kenyans have been using recently, saying that Raila is not an option. Now, I know that this kind of a conversation is what majority of Azimio supporters will not want to listen. But as usual, I will always speak the truth here in this channel, and I don't fear anybody. So I was thinking, why would Kenyans say like that? Does it mean that Kenyans hate Raila Odinga completely? And if that is the case, the main question here is why? And perhaps that would simply explain the reason as to why even the elected leaders from various regions are staying away from Raila Odinga completely. Because it is believed that if you are seen working with Raila Odinga, there is a high possibility that you will not be elected back. And that simply explains as to why the Azimio La Umoja Alliance is currently dead, because of the severe defections, because majority of the leaders in Azimio are also keeping away from Raila Odinga. That simply explains as to why also the ODM party is dying, with its popularity fading away completely. So I want to explain to you the factual details about all these issues. But before that, if you're watching me and you haven't subscribed to this channel, I'm requesting you to please take a second or two and subscribe here. You can also give this video a like. If you press the thumbs up button in this particular video, YouTube will automatically recommend this video and this channel to reach out to others. To my returning subscribers also, I really want to appreciate you for your continued support. Truth be told, without your support, this channel cannot be where it is currently. You can also receive the notifications updates automatically from YouTube immediately I post a video on this channel by simply pressing the notification bell down below. Having said that, now let us go straight into the details of this particular video here. Why do you think Raila is not and will never be an option for Kenya? There are very many reasons, but I just want to explain a few of them. First of all, it is because the problems that Kenyans are currently facing was caused by Raila Odinga himself. You know, one thing is that wajinga walisha Kenya. Majority of Kenyans are literate. They know and they understand very well. Because all these problems began immediately after the handshake between Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta. Immediately after Raila Odinga was brought in the previous administration. That is when the BBI was introduced. The unity of the Jubilee Party was completely destroyed. Uhuru Kenyatta started overborrowing. And at some point, I tend to think that Raila Odinga intentionally misled Uhuru Kenyatta to put this country into a total mess, because he was actually on a mission, so that he can have something to tell Kenyans, so that he can simply explain to the people of the Republic of Kenya about the Jubilee Party failures, so that he can easily win. But unfortunately, Raila Odinga himself ended up carrying the cross. He carried the burden of the Jubilee Party failures. President William Ruto successfully managed to escape from all these issues, the Jubilee Party failures, simply because the writings were on the wall. The problems were caused by Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. William Ruto was not part of the problems because he was not part of the handshake government. Secondly, Raila Odinga is not an option for Kenya simply because majority of Kenyans still have hope in President William Ruto. Majority of Kenyans strongly believe that there's still room that William Ruto will stabilize the economy. William Ruto will actually deliver. Despite the tough situations that Kenyans are currently facing, majority of Kenyans strongly believe that it won't last for too long. You know, William Ruto was elected mainly because of the economy, and he must do everything possible to stabilize the economy. And I was listening to some leaders talking about all these issues, that it takes a process to stabilize the economy. They were giving an example of a child who is born. It takes time to crawl, then it learns to sit, after that to walk step by step, then that child becomes stable. It is the same process. So William Ruto must do everything possible because majority of Kenyans are behind his support. So let us wait and see how things will turn out to be. And the third reason as to why Raila Odinga is not an option, it is because of Raila Odinga's lies. You know, one thing that Kenyans have come to discover is that Raila Odinga has never been a person who is straightforward. Raila Odinga always lies to his supporters to achieve his personal interest. He lied previously during the demonstrations. He lied to his supporters about the whistleblower, the IEBC whistleblower. Raila Odinga also lied to his supporters about the collections of 10 million signatures to remove William Ruto from power. Also, Raila Odinga recently lied about the fuel dossier, and Kenyans came to discover about it. And have you ever asked yourself, why is it that every time Raila Odinga takes a case to court, that particular case never succeeds? It is always hot air. Even during the Supreme Court petition about the previous elections, Raila Odinga manipulated some figures there, and it was discovered. That is why the Supreme Court upheld President William Ruto's win. So those are some kind of issues that Kenyans are discovering about Raila Odinga, and it is really unfortunate. And also finally, majority of Kenyans are rejecting Raila Odinga simply because of his history in leadership. Now this is all about Raila Odinga's track record in leadership. What did Raila Odinga achieve? Even if Raila Odinga goes for his retirement, how would Kenyans judge him? What did he achieve when he got an opportunity to lead this country? When Raila Odinga was the MP for Kibera for 20 good years, not 1 year, not 2 years, but for 20 good years, what did Raila Odinga achieve in Kibera? Did Raila Odinga transform Kibera? That is the question. When Raila Odinga was the Minister for Roads, what did he do? When Raila Odinga was the opposition leader, what exactly did Raila Odinga do so that Kenyans will remember him? When Raila Odinga was in government, the previous handshake government, what advice did Raila Odinga give to Uhuru Kenyatta that Azimio supporters and Kenyans at large can be proud of Raila Odinga? Those are some kind of questions that Kenyans are asking themselves before supporting Raila Odinga. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what you think. Let me also know your thoughts, your views, and your opinions in the comment section down below. Otherwise, let me see you again in my next analysis. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Bye bye.